much has Coach told you that if you guys come out flat tomorrow, Wednesday means absolutely nothing? And I mean, is that it's actually a good point. And has he hammered that home yet?
Yeah, for sure. It was emphasized yesterday. I'm sure it'll be emphasized today. And it's something that we've talked about as a team. We want to come out strong tomorrow because, like you just said, I mean, Wednesday means nothing if we can't get one on our home floor tomorrow. So,
how has the vibe changed in practice, in meetings, in everything, just with the last 2 games alone, just in the last 7 days?
Obviously, a lot more energy, and when that's something that we talked about, we felt like when we got our couple wins early in the season, we felt like it was because we had our best practices the couple days before. So I think we've had some really great practices, really great workouts. So I think that just needs to, keep happening, keep improving, and I think if we keep doing it, we'll keep getting better. So.
What do you know about LaSalle so far?
Very good, from what I hear. 2 very good scorers, B.J. Johnson and Powell, I think their names are. But they're a good team, and I know they were, up on VCU at 17 at one point until VCU came back and won in overtime. So, a little bit of a different game style, so we just need to lock in on the scout today and get prepared.
In no way am I implying that you guys weren't bought in, because I don't want to come off like that. But how much easier have you noticed it being able for everyone to buy in when you see results like you have the last 2?
Definitely. Like I said, I think you just see it in practice and everything like that. Everybody has a lot more energy. It obviously helps when you're getting wins. But it's just something that's been better over time, and hopefully it keeps getting better. So.
From an outside standpoint, it looked like you guys were the most and best prepared that you've ever been all season there on Wednesday. How do you replicate that? How do you kind of put that into the mold and do it again?
I think just paying attention to the scout. Coach Jones did a great job with the scout. Coach Lewis has a scout for this Saturday. I know he's going to have us, tell us everything we need to know, and hopefully we can just come out and execute like we did last game.
What's different now than the first 9 games, or is it just a matter of experience playing with each other, being on the court, and a young team growing up?
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with it. Very young, so I think we are getting more experience as we go here, and just in certain situations, like I said earlier in the season, I felt like we could have won some games if a couple more plays went our way. A few things here and there were changed, and I think we are starting to change some of those things, and we are starting to make a couple of those plays, and I think experience has a lot to do with it.
You and Jacob practiced that sweet back and forth you guys had in the first half. Was some of you guys practiced, or was that kind of improv because maybe he led you a little bit too much?
Yeah, no, he led me a little too much, and he told me he wasn't expecting for it to come back to him. But I told him that, I'm trying to pick up on some of his passing ability, so I threw him one back there, but I'm glad it worked out for us.
Yeah, you guys made it look good.
Did you make it a point yourself to be aggressive early offensively?
Definitely. I think that's a mindset I try and come into every game with. But I thought if myself personally could have been aggressive early and set the tone, I think if we would have gotten off to a good start, which we did, it would have helped us a lot, calm the crowd down a little bit. And luckily, everybody was hitting shots, and we were able to get off to that quick start. So.
How much has Coach said that unless you come out tomorrow and take care of business and continue this onward trek, Wednesday doesn't mean anything?
He didn't really say it, but his actions kind of showed it yesterday. He was on us hard, kind of just letting us know that it's just another win for us, honestly. We got to look forward to LaSalle. So he didn't really say it, but we kind of knew as players, that's what we need to focus on.
As a freshman, what are you seeing that you didn't see in the first 9 games that you're seeing now in the last 7 days?
Togetherness. I think we all kind of come together. I think the more you play with people, the more you start to trust them and kind of just understand how people have their tendencies. And I think that's definitely coming out. And then I think our competitiveness is really showing.
Jacob, from the outside standpoint, it looked like you guys were more prepared than you've ever been all season on Wednesday. 1, is that fair to say? And 2, how do you replicate?
The game plan was really, it was really good, honestly. It was the first time we'd seen man in a while, though. I think George Washington played a little bit of man, but it was more zone. And Dayton had been the same thing with St. Louis. So we had been playing against a lot of zone, and so I think it was kind of good for us to see man.
How much has the game slowed down for you to allow you to be more comfortable at this point?
It definitely kind of showed up in the VCU game. I kind of tried to control the game, but it's coming along for sure.
Why did it happen in the rivalry game that you're playing in the first time in that atmosphere that you look so comfortable and in control of your team out there on the floor?
the teammates kind of stressed to me how big of a rivalry it was. I mean, as a freshman, I didn't really know too much, but I kind of know it was a game we needed to win. So I just kind of tried to control it and quarterback us.
I asked Grant about that fact that you guys had. He said, "quote I make that kid look good." No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that at all. He said that just that was one of those things where you weren't expecting to get it back, and you just kind of made the most of it. Is that an example of kind of how you guys are kind of coming together and getting used to playing with each other on the floor?
For sure, I definitely think so. I mean, I kind of know Grant's a decent passer, not too good, but so I kind of expected it, but didn't really expect it. But I think that's kind of a thing with everybody on the team. We're all pretty good passers, so I think we just got to expect it sometimes.
VCU is traditionally a man team. They don't play a lot of zone anyway, I don't believe. What do you guys do if LaSalle comes out and they get back to a zone, if you see a 1-3-1 or anything like that? Has the team shooting come along enough to where you are able to get people out of cheating on that?
I think so. I think Nick's shooting really well right now. DeMonte shot pretty good last game. Grant can step out and make a couple shots. But so I think playing against the zone is all about making shots and trying to penetrate the gaps. So I think we'll be ready for it. I think that's what we're preparing for right now in practice.
What kind of spark did the bench give you guys the other night? Not a lot of points, but it seems like they gave you quality minutes.
Yeah, they gave us quality minutes, but just energy. I think Joe came in early and gave us energy right away. You can kind of just see it throughout the whole bench. Like, we were fired up for that game, for sure.
We said before the game as a team, we just have to dial in, just come in ready to play. I feel like we came in very aggressive, communicating like I always say, and just went out there and played with heart, and we went out there and got the job done.
Is that the biggest key between now and the first 10 games of the season, is the communication and just a young team?
We always hear like people say we're a young team. We have a lot of growing to do. But I would say like from the game the other night, it shows that we can grow as a team and just find ways to keep competing and keep playing with one another and just try to find ways to win games.
Now, what do you know about LaSalle and the fact that you got to keep it going? Otherwise, Wednesday didn't really mean anything.
I know they have two very good players named, I think, Pookie Powell and B.J. Johnson. So I know they're very good players. And I know we have to stop them, but I know we have to stop the team, their whole team also. So we just have to come in ready to play and ready for a good game.
Have you seen any of their game with VCU? They went up 15-0 right out of the blocks. Have you seen any of that yet or not yet?
Oh, no, I've seen tweets about it, but I haven't seen like actual film about it. Yeah.
Monte, you guys are probably the best prepared you have all season from the outside perspective on Wednesday. Is that fair, and how do you replicate that?
Yeah, I would say that. We came in to practice. Coach had a great scout plan on them. We just came in, listened to what he had to say, and we went along with the scout and went to VCU and got the job done.
Wednesday night, was your phone blowing up or was it silent?
It definitely was blowing up. A lot of friends, family were just congratulating me on getting a big road win, especially in VCU with that big win of a margin. So it was just great to pull out a win to stick us in like that.
You're only a sophomore, but you grew up here. So do you tell some of the younger guys, hey, listen, what we did, that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And, you really need to appreciate what we were able to do and move forward with it because, like we said, they're not used to ever seeing that.
Yeah, I was telling Jacob that it was never like seen in a while. Just about just winning inside the Secret Center, especially by that much. So it was just great for us to go in there and compete like that. And I know Coach Mooney was proud of us and very happy that we just went out there and played like grown men and just got the job done.
Your confidence level had always been high.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But a game like that, where does it move the confidence bar amongst the guys?
I would say a game is just like we know that's a big game, like rival game. Everybody knows. Like just going to talk about who wins the game, and I feel like that game it just puts you in a different mindset. Like it's just like we have to win this game, and I feel like myself and the team, we just had that mindset and went out there and got it done.